Good afternoon, everyone. It is September 19th, 2023, and we kind of got what I was looking for. I mentioned yesterday that uh, that Monday session to me just looked like really weak, low volume short covering, and what I was looking for was some sort of open below the Monday open and selling down to somewhere around this area was what I was looking for, and maybe catching some covery bids around there. And that looks like what we got. Now, it was interesting. If we go down to a lower time frame here and ignore the drawings for a second, what you can see is that the volume in this rally here in the afternoon was actually pretty impressive, especially getting up to here. These were some really spiky bids. You could see some aggressive short covering happening there. And we end up with a decent close, closing actually slightly in the green. So it was hard, obviously, to get a lot of volume going before tomorrow's FOMC event. Unlikely to get some sort of huge volume sell, and I'd mentioned that I wasn't looking for any sort of massive sell. However, it was impressive that that the bulls were able to force a short cover rally into the end of the day. Um, Maybe I should include that on this chart that we had moderate continuation on this day. On the Nasdaq, similar scenario, uh, a not the most impressive volume here on this selling on the way down. I'm not sure why these are showing up as red candles on the volume here. I'm not sure what is up with that. It's got these all seem to be correct. Yeah, that one's not correct. Anyway, uh, tomorrow FOMC. That is obviously going to be the big event that we'll all be waiting for. I would be surprised if we get any sort of major moves during tonight's overnight session in Globex. I would be surprised if we get any sort of major moves ahead of FOMC during tomorrow's RTH. So the way I'll be looking to trade this is pretty simple, nothing too confusing. Let's go over here. Let's throw on yeah, it looks nice, a 30-minute chart. And there we go, just like this. So my pivot will be kind of right here. Today's high of the day, yesterday's low of the day, Friday's low. Where is it? Friday's low, last week's low. Yeah, some resistance over here. So this has become my main pivot. This kind of 442 and 40 cent up to 443 and 26 cents. This kind of area here. Let's call it 442 and a half to 443 and a half, more or less. Above there, and I think we can start getting up to this sort of area around Monday's highs. I would be surprised with any sort of significant move above there. However, I do think anywhere above there is a short up to about 44.26. Sorry, 45.26 on the ES. I think that corresponds roughly. Let me find it on this chart. 446 and 90 cents. So yeah, kind of around here. So still playing inside that Friday dump range. Again, I don't think we'll be getting any sort of that kind of range tomorrow. What I would expect instead is sort of a move upwards, holding these kind of lows, and then just kind of drifting around in this sort of range. That's what I would largely expect for tomorrow. On the NASDAQ, similar situation. Let's get a 30-minute going here. There we go. Last week's low over here somewhere. There we go. That's last week's low. The week prior to that's low over here. And then, these have been some nice levels to play off of. So, what will I be looking for? Same kind of thing. Some sort of acceptance into last week's area. Mainly what I'll be looking for is, can we open above this 369 and 32 cent number? That is exactly where we opened yesterday and today, and pretty much not last week's low, but the week prior to that's low. So if we open above there, I'll be looking for us to take out the previous day's high, the overnight high, all that sort of stuff, and get a move upwards into these Monday highs, if not even a little bit higher. So we'll see what we can get from there. If we were to run just some little Fibonacci's, which have been interesting to me, the 0.786 comes out to 375 and 82 cents, corresponding to roughly, what I say, 375 and 82 cents. that comes up above that Friday high, so not really ideal if we get up there, in my opinion. I think you'd be a little bit scared. I don't think the Bears would have the cards in hand. I think it'd be actually a worse situation. I do not want to see the Bears lose this area once again. I would like to see continuation downwards. So for tomorrow, ideally, the Bears' ideal scenario is one which uh, we get some sort of soft open above today's open and yesterday's open inside of last week's range and this week's or the week prior to that's range. Get some sort of drift happening, and then the FOMC statement is released, and we get a nice sell downwards. We get into kind of somewhere around here, I think, this 364 to 360 area on the S&P. Where is it? There we go. Again, some sort of soft move to around 444, somewhere around here. 444, where is that? Yeah, around somewhere around here, 444, 445. So somewhere around here, and then that big red candle where we take out today's RTH low and we get into kind of the lows of this support area. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I will not be trading the FOMC event itself. I will be trading up until about maybe 11:30, 11:45. From there, I think the volume will die off, and the event itself is not my sort of action. So, hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. Not looking for much tonight or tomorrow morning. Just kind of rotational, boring trading ahead of the big data. And Thursday and Friday, we should have some nice trading ahead. Have a great night and trade safe.